Michael Angarano's Sacramento is probably my favorite out of the movies I've seen at Tribeca so far. Michael Cera's character Glenn and Kristen Stewart's character Rosie are a married couple with a baby on the way. One day, Glenn's friend Ricky, played by Michael Angarano himself, shows up at their house unannounced. And Glenn and Ricky end up going on a spontaneous road trip to Sacramento. And that's all I'm going to say about the plot. The dynamic between Glenn and Ricky is a familiar one. It's reminiscent of With Mel and I, Sideways, and other buddy movies where they have very conflicting personalities. Ricky is basically the type of friend who refuses to grow up. Meanwhile, Glenn became more responsible, but sometimes he takes it a bit too far. A lot of times these types of characters can get on my nerves because they feel too one-dimensional, with one being the free spirit and the other being the straight man. But Glenn and Ricky are flawed in their own bizarre ways, and that makes them feel more authentic. The performances are so good that I was charmed by all the characters, even when they did things that annoyed me. The entire cast brings their A game when it comes to comedic timing and delivery. I'm not sure if the subtle humor will appeal to everyone, but this movie definitely has my type of humor. I wish Kristen Stewart was in this movie more because she made me laugh pretty much every time she was on screen. Every facial expression and line delivery from her is perfect. She delivers my favorite line in the entire movie. I think I just want to see her in more comedies in general. Not only is this movie funny, it's also heartfelt. It explores the way friendships change and people drift apart as they get older, as well as ideas about masculinity and how men communicate with each other. Michael Angarano and Chris Smith started working on the screenplay years ago, and it kind of evolved as they got older. Michael Angarano became a father right before the movie went into production. The fact that the movie's theme of becoming a father was so relevant to him at the time really shines through. Speaking of which, his wife, Maya Erskine, is also in the film, and she's great as always. I do wish she got a bit more screen time as well, but it makes sense within the context of the story. I had a lot of fun with this one. It's a sweet little movie that made me laugh, and it feels like a lot of love went into it. And it's only 84 minutes long, so it never overstays its welcome.